Hello, everybody. Welcome into Talking Fitchburg on this Thursday, May 13th, 2021. I'm Jeremy Crosby. Hope you had a wonderful day. Glad you're tuning in with us tonight here on Talking Fitchburg. And another gorgeous day out there, and it looks like it's going to be getting warmer. I was looking at some extended forecasts, and it looks like above normal for warmer temperatures next week. So fingers are crossed on that we'll see some warm weather. We're due for something nice, but I'll tell you, got out for a bike ride yesterday. Looking forward to doing one tonight again. And it was not too bad yesterday. And tonight's shaping up to be pretty nice out there. So excited for that. I've got a window that I always look out at on this side, by the way. If you see me looking this way, I'm like, well, that's my window to see the weather. So, in our studio, our normal studio, the window is covered. So we never see outside the window during the show. That's a secret. We'll quiz you on that sometime down the road. All right, let's turn our attention here to what's happening on Talking Fitchburg today. We'll check in with our friends at Department of Ag, Trade, Consumer Protection. We're talking scams, monthly scams. We'll see what is being... what's the word I want to use here, Andrew? Totaling up for scams and scams being reported by you all out there. Plus Hy-Vee, we'll be checking in with Andrea Miller today. We're going to be talking about those dieting. So you folks who love the sports and maybe people who are on the outside looking in like me saying, well, what are they doing? How do they diet? What are they using to diet? And we're going to break some of those questions down for you coming up, plus the sports drink talk, the famous sports drink. Andrew, you a sports drinks fan? Sports drinks? He says yes. Okay. I'm mixed. I'm a coffee water guy myself with occasional adult beverage, but we'll leave that for another day. Let's jump into it's sort of sporty. Let's get into this here. And we start today with your construction update. Andrew is off working hard this week, so we're going to quickly go over a couple of updates here in the construction world. So upcoming traffic impacts on Fitchburg Road, Beltline to Traceway, Tuesday, May 18th, northbound outside lane closure from 9 to 3 for signal arm installation will be happening. And then on Thursday, May 20th, southbound lane closure from 9 to 3 for signal and arm installation as well will be going on there on the Fitchburg Road and East Sherrill Parkway. We've got this starting Monday the 17th. Fitchburg Road left lane will be closed continuously to reconstruct and lengthen the lane on the southbound. This work also will requires the median southbound lane between Mickelson Parkway and East Sherrill Parkway to be closed, so be aware of that. And other upcoming traffic impacts will be on East Sherrill. Woods Hollow closure will end next week. Work will commence on the south side of a Sherrill and Woods Hollow. So that's coming up as well. We'll keep you updated on all of these changes as they're happening, but those are what we know for now. Sticking with transportation options for the Fitchburg Senior Center. We haven't talked about them in a while and want to make sure we have you updated on that. Transit Solutions is committed to making sure older adults have what they need during these challenging times. Below are the services that Senior Center and Transit Solutions are collaborating to provide. So you still got the shopping and errands run. This bus can take you for groceries and general shopping locations. Rides are limited to 2 passengers right now. Could change. We'll keep you updated on that. You also can schedule a ride to the bank or pharmacy. Grocery delivery, well, they got you covered on that front too. If you are able to order groceries online, Transit will pick your order and deliver to your home. Medical appointments, they got you covered as well during the shutdown. You still have transportation options for medical appointments. If you need a ride, call Dane County Transportation Call Center, 242-6489. All right, Wednesday morning book discussion also will be happening at the Senior Center. This will be on Wednesday, May 19th, and you can join via Zoom. And I'm sorry, I said Senior Center. This is for the library. Switching gears there. Still the adults, though. So if you are interested in taking part in this, all you got to do is call the library if you want to pick up a copy of the book they are reading this month. And again, Wednesdays and Fridays starting May 7th, or Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, May 7th. You can do that there. Call the number 729-1790 for more information on that book discussion group. Mornings. That's good. I'm a morning guy, so I like that. All right. Finally, Fitchburg observes May 16th through the 22nd as Emergency Medical Services Week. This was a proclamation done at the last Common Council. We've had a lot of proclamations and glad to talk about these. Emergency Medical Service Week is May 11th, and we'll be discussing this more with Fitchburg EMS coming up next week. But congratulations and thank you to all EMS personnel out there for all your help. All right, we'll take a quick break. Coming up next, we open up the digest. We'll be talking about the scams that have been reported to DATCP next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready?
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Gaining weight was easy. All I had to do was sit down and eat. Losing weight's a lot harder. I have to work at it every day. But with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes every step, every choice, every day very much worth the effort.
Learn how you can help stop diabetes by losing weight, eating healthy, and staying active. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Join me today from the Department of Ag, Trade, Consumer Protection. We've got Trisha back to the show. Trisha, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me back.
Thank you for coming back. And we've got top complaints to Consumer Protection Hotline this month. I like that you guys are putting this out there. This is a really nice thing to kind of understand what's going on and also to be on the lookout for some of these complaints that are coming in. First one coming in, though, is a Social Security Administration scam. It's been out there for a long, long time, about as much as the auto warranty scam has been out there. Tell us what you're hearing.
Yeah, we continue to get a number of calls from consumers that are being contacted by phone, email, text from someone claiming to be from the Social Security Administration office. And they may say, we're going to suspend your account. We're going to seize your money. You're going to lose your benefit. So they try and create this sense of urgency and fear that something's going to happen to your Social Security benefits. And then they ask for personal information like your Social Security number or maybe your banking information so that they can take money from you, get personal information, and then use it for identity theft. So, we encourage you, don't one, rely on your caller ID because it may look like it's coming from the Social Security Administration, but those numbers can be spoofed. And if you do answer the phone, you can hang up, don't press any buttons. And, you can reach out directly after you've verified the number for Social Security and contact them because they're never going to contact you the first time unsolicited by phone, text, or email.
And that, if there was one piece to take home, it is that one. Why are we still, we're definitely, people are turning these folks in, but are people getting scammed from it? And how can we do better to inform people that the government just doesn't call you out of the blue for this stuff?
Yeah, unfortunately, people are losing money and sharing personal information and talking with people. If you're getting these calls, it's likely your friends and your family are also getting them. So share this information and let them know they can reach out to our hotline and talk to somebody about it. And if they have given out that personal information, we can kind of lead them through next steps to help you recover from that identity theft and what you should do. So yes, spreading the word, getting the word out there. If you're getting unsolicited contacts from people you don't know, it's a red flag. It's probably a scam.
Yeah, absolutely. Transitioning to another one that's pretty common this time of year and right into the wintertime as well is hearing of utility companies trying to scam you in the Milwaukee area. I believe We Energy is in the Milwaukee area. We have MG&E here, Line Energy, but overall, no matter who it is, it's probably the same type of scam. Tell us what are we hearing on these utility scams?
Yeah, consumers are letting us know that they're being, again, contacted either by phone or text from utility companies alleged utility companies threatening
There we go.
to disconnect their services if they don't make immediate payment, or maybe they're saying we owe you a refund, so give us your bank information so we can process that refund, when really they just want your bank information and they're not going to give you a refund at all. So they may ask for your credit card, again, your bank information, personal information, and they're not calls from utility companies. Again, they're not going to initiate that by phone. You're most likely going to receive a letter in the mail. So if you get that kind of call, hang up, look up your utility company's phone number from a legitimate bill you received, and reach out to them and say, is something going on? And do I need to talk to you about that? Because I just received this call saying so-and-so. And chances are they're going to say, no, this is a scam. Glad you didn't release any information or share any information with them. So yeah, especially during, when the heating's going on, now that's changing, but air conditioning time, all that stuff, as seasons change in Wisconsin, you still need those utilities. And so those scammers are out there taking advantage of that.
Would one of the types of scams be that they're saying they're going to disconnect you, that threat? And maybe to top off this question, better yet, is threatening phone calls generally go with scams, right? Usually there's a high threat behind that, and that should be a red flag.
Yeah, they want to create this sense of urgency and fear in the person they're calling to make them act quickly before talking to anyone. So yeah, they'll create this, you must act immediately or something is going to happen, and that's something they present as being very bad. So just taking time to stop, hang up, research, find out what's really going on, and making direct contacts through your known contact information with that business is the best way to handle that.
Fantastic. Final one, and I've seen a couple different versions of this from Amazon. There's quite a bit of scams coming out. Not surprising, again, based on the at-home portion of our life that we've lived here in this past year. But consumers are getting scammed by the anonymous Amazon in so many different ways. But I guess share what you know on the Amazon scams.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. There's a couple versions to this scam that we're hearing about. And again, consumers are saying, I get a call, most often a call where someone's pretending that they're from Amazon. And maybe they say, you recently placed an order and I want to confirm it. And I guess that this also comes in text and email. So contact me again immediately because it's going to be shipped tomorrow. And they sometimes will put a high price tag on that. So it grabs your attention. I didn't place an order for something for $500. And so you click on a link or you call back, and then they again try and get your personal information. Another version of this scam we've heard about is where someone will call from Amazon saying they're from Amazon and perhaps saying, I have to process a refund and I made a mistake. I put $40 refund, but what I really processed it was $4,000. And you look at your bank account and you see $4,000 there. And we had a consumer in Wisconsin where this happened, and the scammer convinced her to go to different stores in the area and purchase large amounts of gift cards. And she lost thousands of dollars because this particular scammer said, you need to help me. I'm going to lose my job. You're going to be in trouble if you don't fix this problem. And so this is a way that scammers can get a lot of money quickly. And by using gift cards, it's not traceable. There's no way to follow up on it. And as soon as you release the numbers off the back of the card, the money's gone. So yeah, we again encourage you, first of all, don't pay for anything with a gift card. Gift cards are for gifts. And don't give out your personal information. Now, if it happens that you do that, contact your bank right away. Change the passwords on any accounts you may have. Talk to someone, contact our bureau and file a complaint. And then a lot of times one of the steps we'll recommend for recovering for identity theft is putting a credit freeze on that kind of restricts access to your credit report, which in turn makes it more difficult for identity thieves to open new accounts in your name.
Yeah, all great information. And I think no matter what, just looking at these are common scams. We hear them repeatedly. So definitely want to pay attention. But overall, to learn about more about these and where to report, Tricia, where can they head to? Yeah,
you can call our Consumer Protection Hotline at 1-800-422-7128, or you can go to our website at datcp.wi.gov for lots of information.
All right, Trisha, thank you so much for sharing the information, and we look forward to having you back on the show real soon.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Trisha Collins from the Department of Trade Consumer Protection, doing a great job out there of keeping us up to date, and we'll check back in with her real soon on some more great safety tips out there. Keep you protected. That's what it's all about. Take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today from Hy-Vee right here in the Madison area. It's our I say it's our dietitian every time, like we own her, but we don't. She helps us out voluntarily. Andrea Miller, welcome back to the show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Thank you for coming back, and we got a great segment to talk about today as we take a look at being fit, physical fitness, sports, athletes. You're going to want to pay attention on this one, and people like me, we also want to pay attention because we're curious. Physical fitness and nutrition. Some of the diets you hear from people who are a part of these workout things, it's just crazy. And I guess when you first are looking at this is how much exercise do you really need to burn off the foods or really make this work for you?
Yeah, that's a good question. We hear about that a lot in terms of food and exercise kind of getting intermingled together. And I guess my first recommendation would be to keep them included for our overall health, but not to blur the lines too much. So if you've ever heard that term, you can't outrun a poor diet, that's kind of
Guilty.
Your answer. That's kind of your answer here, So if you're kind of sitting back and, I've heard people say, well, I run so I could eat whatever I want, or I work out so I can eat, that kind of thing. That's kind of stretching the use a little bit of food and exercise and kind of intertwining them in kind of a negative way, right? So, the truth of the matter is we need to eat every single day, and it's great to exercise for our health. So how can we look at that as making food work for us, rather than thinking, oh gosh, if I eat this, how much do I have to work out to burn it off? Or I kind of talk to people about, it's easier to not eat a donut than it is to try to burn off a donut. And the message here isn't don't eat donuts because they can fit. It's just fit it into your normal eating day and don't feel like you have to work something off after you eat it.
Yeah, that's a really good tip there, and something I know you've told me before. So I take it to heart here. But I asked this question to my doctor recently, and if it's to lose weight versus eating, how do I choose? Do I, for what I'm eating, do I worry about more on the eating side, or do I worry more about, well, I just got to work this off? So and my question, which one comes first? But
sure.
I know what you're going to say.
So as far as, it's completely possible. And actually, I'm not going to use the word easier because that would make it seem like it was easy. It still takes intention. It still takes work, but it's more manageable to look at overall weight control by modifying your eating habits than, again, it is to try to burn it off. And I have this a lot with clients in the past who, work on their eating habits when they're kind of laid up from an injury, for instance, and they're shocked. They're like, I've lost more weight and I can't even walk because I broke my ankle. but I've been paying attention to what I've been eating and how much I need versus just eating whatever. And I've actually lost weight. So it's really kind of, again, their cumulative effect together benefits our health, but we should really separate them in the sense of we exercise to exercise, we eat to eat.
Absolutely, absolutely. And another area that I think goes hand in hand here with the exercising and working out is the crazy diets. And we hear about the carbohydrates and protein, like gotta eat those proteins when you're done working out, or the low carbs, high protein. All of it wishy-washy, but how do you look at that when you're doing all of this?
Yeah, there's a lot out there. If you can really keep focused on balance, that is going to be the key. And so when we start doing high of one nutrient or low in another, the other two are going to go off balance because you take in 100% each day, right? So if you can think more of balancing your nutrients, when we're getting into more fitness level, sports nutrition, that kind of thing, there are some kind of key recommendations in terms of what nutrients to have before, what nutrients to have right after, even what to consume in between. And a lot of that has to do with using energy, using carbohydrates properly, linked to performance, storing carbohydrates in the muscle for the next time you use them. And honestly, a lot of the recommendations have a lot to do with digestion. So when we get the energy, so we're not consuming foods that are trying to digest when we're trying to work out. So there's a lot of different factors that come into play the more intense your exercise or your training gets.
And looking at that too, Andrea, I hear a lot of people of going to a supplement store or they're going to go to the store and they're going to pick up these protein drinks or these I don't know, powders, pills, whatever. Do you exchange that for food, or do you know, why do people choose these routes to up that protein or to whatever they're using for those supplements? Is it really worth it?
Sure, that's a great question. You know, whatever the reasoning may be, it's good to remember that supplements are just that. So supplements should supplement regular food in our diet. So for whatever the reason is, that person can't consume adequate amount of nutrition in the amounts that they need for what they're doing, then they would, you know, focus on getting in their real food, their meals, their snacks, however the case might be, and then supplement on top of that to get them to where they need to be. Unfortunately, sometimes supplements are used in place of, so they're replacing meals, they're replacing snacks, again, for whatever reason. And so I think a good thing is to remember, you know, using supplements the right way, using them to actually enhance regular whole foods, and use them only when you need them. You know, don't feel like a magical pill or powder or shake is going to get you to the next level when you could do that by drinking a glass of milk, you know. So it doesn't always have to be so complicated and so expensive for that matter. It's a matter of really taking a look at your current situation. And I help people with this all the time. Take a look at your current situation, what's there, what's missing, what could be adjusted, and then modify and you know, give that a try, see how that works, and then readjust after that. So yeah, I think that's a big piece in kind of putting perspective to the whole supplemental piece.
Yeah, I like that. But the perspective of looking at that, you know, it's by person. It's not an overall general thing to understand. Right. Sticking in the kind of the drink world, and something really curious. This is where I become fascinated as well. Is sport drinks. So you know, we hear about the Gatorades. We hear about these drinks. Why are they really working? Are they really beneficial to everything that's going on here as the fitness person is looking at hydrating?
Sure. So the whole basis of sports drinks in general is basically to replenish what you just excreted or what you just let go. So if you expend a lot of energy you're going to need carbohydrates to replenish that energy, right? If you sweat, you're going to need electrolytes to replenish what you just sweat out. So you kind of rebalance things. So interestingly enough, you can get those nutrients through food. So they've just become kind of a quick and easy way to get the key things: carbohydrates, potassium, sodium, interestingly. So, I've had people in the past who just take some salt water after a workout and eat a banana. It's kind of essentially accomplishing all of that, but because they don't want to buy or drink a sports drink. So it's a matter of what are you trying to accomplish? And in that case, it's what you just expended, you're trying to replenish to put your body back in balance. So with that, sports drinks don't do a whole lot of good if you're just kind of hanging out watching TV. They're not going to, build muscle. They're not going to do these things that we, imagine that they could do. It's really just a simple way to get those specific nutrients in very easily in a pre-made drink.
Another drink and one that we've talked about, and it just throws me off because I would never imagine turning to this drink after a workout, but is milk, chocolate milk, a drink of choice when you're choosing to rehydrate?
It can be a great option for some people, especially if they tolerate milk well. That's kind of the first key there. But if you look at the makeup or the anatomy of milk, it has carbohydrate, it has a decent amount of protein for recovery, it has some sodium, and it has potassium for the electrolytes, in addition to other nutrients. So it does kind of have everything all in one package. Economically, you get a lot for what you pay for. And what I mean by that is you get a lot of nutrition for what you're paying for. It's, readily available, easily accessible. The whole concept behind the chocolate milk piece of it, again, is that additional added sugar that the premise is you expended all your energy and all of your muscle stores. And so you're taking that opportunity to replenish and get that back in shortly after a workout, an event, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to catch me dead ever drinking chocolate milk after any workout or range of motion, but hey, whatever suits you, go for it. Andrea, I wish we had more time. A lot of great information. If people want to learn more, questions, whatever, where can people find you?
Yeah, so we have the link to go directly to my webpage on hiv.com. And customers can reach out to me by email, phone, and virtually through our new secure platform.
Perfect. Andrea, thank you so much. Great information, and get out there and work out, and diet right too, I guess, right? It all comes together at some point.
Both.
So, all right, Andrea, thank you so much. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.
Sounds great.
All right, Andrea Miller, Hy-Vee here, serving all of Madison locations here. So, got any questions? You'll find her somewhere out there, and certainly just send her an email. She's great at responding. I've asked her a couple of questions myself. She does a really good job. So, you can check in with her, answer all those questions. Take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg. Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show for today, I want to thank our friends at Department of Trade Consumer Protection, and of course our Hy-Vee friends as well. Andrew Miller helping us out there on the sports talk. And if you need to get in contact with her, all of her information is up at the Hy-Vee website there. Again, serving all stores here in the Madison area, including right here in Fitchburg. As we wrap up, remember to stay connected with FAG TV. If you haven't found us on Facebook or YouTube, we want to see you over there. That's all I'm saying. Have a great day.